The number one topic today that I'd like to discuss with you is the universal law. Like, there's one universal law. I know that you guys are like, okay, where's he getting ready to go with this? You know, there's one universal law that you really have to pay attention to. Just think about this for a minute, right? Just wrap your mind around what I'm getting ready to say next. So we, you know, as we're currently constructed, like we're energy beings, right? You're an energy being, I'm an energy being. It's energy that's consistently flowing through us at all time, right? So I've got my notes here and I just want to read a few things to you. I just want you to just sit back, relax, just kind of think about what I'm saying. You don't have to adopt my belief system. You don't even have to believe that this works, which is probably going to speak to why you haven't been able to acquire the things that you want to acquire in life, right? So just kind of, like I said, kick back for a minute and let me share something with you. So I'm gonna read this from my smartphone notes. So energy has no shape and no form, right? Energy has no shape and no form. But it's also energy that creates everything. Everything around you right now is created or has been created by energy. Everything. There's not one thing that you can think about that you can stand up and spin 360 degrees, and what you're going to realize is that everything around you has been created by energy. Okay? But it's also energy that creates any and everything, right? So anything that your eyes can see is energy. This energy is consistently flowing through you at all times. I just want you to think about that. Slow your mind down just for a second. This energy that we're talking about is consistently flowing through you at all times. You use your thoughts, imagination, ideas, your intellect, and things of that nature to shape and direct that energy. Okay, that's the point not to be missed here. Okay, let me read this. Just bears repeating. So please let me share this with you one more time. You use your thoughts, your imagination, ideas, intellect, and things of that nature to actually shape this energy. That means that this energy is flowing through you. And I'm going to break this down because for me, like, I'll be honest with you, when it was, you know, when this information was first passed on to me, like, I didn't get it. And that's my fault. You know, I mean, the gentleman explained it to me in a thousand different ways, and I just couldn't seem to wrap my mind around it until one day it just clicked for me. So so this energy, right? This energy field is consistently flowing through me. It's never at a shortage, right? It's always there. It's always available. It's available because this energy source is what gives me the ability to create the things that I want. So when I have a collection of thoughts, that collection of thoughts becomes an idea. Once it becomes an idea and I back it by action, it becomes a result. Think about that. Think about it. You've got energy flowing through you, right? And everything that's ever been created is energy, okay? So you got energy consistently flowing through you. This energy is there for you to harness, you know, develop and create the things that you want. That's the only reason why it's there. Right? And you have an abundance of it. So that means that you have an abundance of this energy. That means that you can have anything that you want. The energy for a yacht is no differently than the energy for a bicycle. The energy for a mansion is no differently than the energy for, you know, you going and getting an ice cream cone. It's just energy. Like, the energy doesn't care it doesn't have an opinion as to what you use it toward. It's kind of like an unlimited credit card that just gives you the ability to create and have anything that you want. What's the problem then? Well, the problem is that you lack, you know, the knowledge on how to utilize or how to best utilize this energy. That's the problem. I'll give you another example. So let's say you, Dale Earnhardt Jr., right? Let's say he pulls his, you know, championship caliber race car up right to your door. Now, you got a Honda Accord, okay? And he pulls this car up and he says, here, you can have this car. This car has made me millions and millions and millions of dollars. And matter of fact, here, you can take my uniform, put it on, and go drive to the track. There's a race coming up this Saturday, and you can enter the race, and you just might win, right? Well, what's going to happen when you get in that car? It's going to be too powerful for you. You don't know how to handle the car. You don't know the shifting points in the car. You don't understand the RPMs. You don't understand, you know, the tires. You don't understand the fuel. You don't understand the track. You don't understand anything about the car. But the car is worth millions of dollars. I mean, you could literally make millions of dollars with this car. Well, how is it that he can make millions of dollars with the car, but you won't be in a position to do that? What's the difference? Well, the difference is, I'll tell you, he knows how to use the car. He has specialized knowledge on how to get this car to operate at its fullest potential. You don't. So it's the same thing with your mind. If I'm in possession of information that can take you to a different level intellectually, then that's something that you should be paying attention to, right? No differently than the car, right? The results that you're getting is only a reflection of the information that you have in your mind. It's because the information in your mind is not taking you to a different level. It's not allowing you to do that, right? So I'm putting you in a position right now to understand that you are an energy being. That's a fact. That's something that you can call any scientist in the country, and he's going to tell you that. Okay, let's just start with facts. You know, you are an energy being. That's a diamond hard fact. Energy right now is consistently flowing through you. You can call any scientist, call any research university in the country, in the world. They're going to tell you those two things are facts. A, you're an energy being. B, energy is consistently flowing to you. C, your thoughts are energy. Well, what is a thought? Right? Most people don't realize we have, you know, on average, the average person has 50,000 thoughts per day. So what is a thought? Well, a thought is energy traveling at a high rate of vibration. That's what a thought is. Energy traveling at a high rate of vibration. An emotion is a thought felt in your body, right? Once you have that thought felt in your body, you begin to develop a feeling for it, right? So that's what a thought is, that's what an emotion is, and that's what a feeling is. One more time, a thought is energy traveling at a high rate of vibration. An emotion is a thought felt in your body. The feeling is the result of the emotion, whether it's something positive or it's something negative, right? So I want you to just think about that. But more importantly, and the point not to be missed here is that so you have all of this energy flowing through you. It's just nonstop, right? It's unlimited, like an American Express car. And with that energy, once you have a certain a collection of thoughts, it becomes an idea. Once you have an idea and you back the idea with action, it becomes a result for you, right? And it's unlimited, okay? So I'm just going to, one more time, because this just bears repeating. So energy has no shape and no form, okay? You give it form. You give that energy form. It becomes this like this ball of just energy. It's so powerful, and you put it in a position to become a thing. Let me give you an example of how how you'll know that this works. So everything around you right now, everything, the device that you're watching this video on, the bed in your room, your car, you know, the building, Starbucks, and all these other things, everything originated from a single thought. The clothes that you're wearing right now, you're wearing somebody's thought. I hope I look good. I smell good right now too. I'm just playing with you guys. But so everything around you originated from a single thought, right? So you're wearing somebody's thoughts right now. The products that are in your hair are someone's thoughts. The car that you drive to work every single day are someone's thoughts. That job that was created, you know, that particular company hired you was someone's thoughts. Everything around you originated from someone's thoughts. Everything that you've ever acquired originated from a single thought of yours. Whether you wanted a particular pair of pants, I wanted this jacket over a red one. You know, all of these things originated from a single thought. This is what lets you know that the laws of attraction actually work. How can you say that they don't? And everything around you originated from a single thought. The reason why you don't have everything that you want right now is because you don't understand this universal law when it comes to energy, and the fact that you are an energy being, and the fact that energy is consistently flowing through you, and the fact that there's a way that you can take that energy, harness it, have a collection of thoughts, create an idea, back it by action, get with me, and get the results that you want. It's unlimited. Like we talked about before, money is just a result. It's going to be a result of that energy. It's going to be a result of our actions. It's going to be a result of our drive and our determination. That's all money is. When I see people with an abundance of money, I just say he's incredibly driven. That's why he has $1 million or $1 billion or whatever the case may be, because this dude is so driven. He's so motivated, right? And then I get friends of mine that automatically say things like, man, you know, okay, well, gosh, okay, I'm starting to get it or whatever. Well, I want $1 billion. And people don't even really understand what $1 billion is. So let me break it down for you like this, because before you jump to the billionaire, at least start at the millionaire or the 100,000-aire, right? So let's just break it down like this. So let's say $1 million, let's say each second or each dollar represents a second, right? So we've got $1 million here, right? And each dollar represents 1 second. So we're talking about 1 million seconds, right? Well, how long ago was 1 million seconds ago? Ask yourself that. How long ago was 1 million seconds ago? It was 12 days ago. Okay, 1 million seconds ago was 12 days ago. Okay, now let me show you the significance between 1 million and 1 billion. 1 billion seconds ago was 32 years ago. 1 million seconds ago, 12 days ago. 1 billion seconds ago, 32 years ago. Okay, now let me show you the significance between 1 billion and 1 trillion. 1 trillion seconds ago was 32,000 years ago. Billion, 32 years ago. Trillion, 32,000 years ago. So you've got 12 years, or 12 days, excuse me, 32 years, 32,000 years. It's a huge jump, okay? But this is one thing I want to walk away and I want to leave you guys with. And it's crazy, and I want you to think about this. What's the number one thing that's not taught in public or private schools? Just think about that for a quick second. What's the number one thing not taught in public or private schools? I'll tell you what it is. They don't teach us how to think. That's the problem. Public or private schools lack the ability to teach us how to think. One other thing I want to share with you guys, quick story, and then I'm out because I've got a flight to catch right now. So there was a kid in Germany, you know, and he's 13 years old, and you know, he's a gamer. I mean, he's a highly intelligent guy, you know, but you know, he's a gamer. He stays up late playing video games and everything like that. Sometimes 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, even though his parents are telling him, you know, you got to get up and go to school the next day. And he's okay, you know, he fakes like he's, you know, going to sleep or whatever. And as soon as they shut the door, he gets up and he's playing video games all night. So normal kid stuff, right? So this kid, so he's, you know, this particular morning, he goes and he sits in the very back of the class because he's tired. Like, he's been up all night playing video games and he's just exhausted, right? He's probably gotten 1.5 hours, 2 hours of sleep at best. So anyway, he goes and he falls asleep in the back of the class. So the teacher's, you know, it's a math class, and the teacher's putting problems up on the board and everything like that. And he had passed out. He was out, you know, pretty much for the entire class. And he hears the bell ring, you know, you know, so he's jumping up. He's like, oh, you know, and he starts grabbing his things and everything. And all the kids are racing out of class like kids do. You know how that is. And So he looks up on the board and he sees these two math problems on the board. So in his mind, he's thinking that that's the homework assignment for, for the next day or whatever. So he quickly, jots down the two math problems, grabs his backpack and everything like that. He bolts out the door. Well, he comes in the very next day. And when he comes in the very next day, now what he didn't know was that the math problems that were on the board were said to be unsolvable, right? And the teacher just put those problems up on the board because she just kind of wanted to challenge the kids and, just give them something to go after or whatever. But he had no clue that those problems that were on the board were unsolvable. So he literally had stayed up all night trying to solve these problems, right? I mean, he again, like with the video games, he's up to like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning trying to solve these two math problems because he had fallen asleep the day before in the class. So he comes in to the teacher and he walks over to her desk and greets her and everything like that. And then he hands her the homework assignment, what he thought was a homework assignment, right? He's like, here, I just want to turn in my homework assignment. And the teacher's like, what do you mean? Like, what homework assignment? He was like, the problems that were on the board. She was like, oh, sweetie, like that was just, something that, we were doing for fun in class. Like, I didn't expect for you to do that. Like, those problems, they're unsolvable. And he's like, oh, okay. And he gives her the paper. Well, when he gives her the paper, she looks over the problems and she's like blown away. And she sits down and, she checks the problems out and it comes to find out that he actually solved the problem. Both of them. He solved both problems. How is it that this 13-year-old child was able to solve two math problems that were said to be unsolvable? I'll tell you how. When the teacher originally put the problems on the board, she had told all the kids, now mind you, he's asleep, so he didn't hear anything, right? She had told the children in the class, that the problems that she was putting on the board were virtually unsolvable, right? So she had already planted that seed in their mind that this was something that couldn't be done. So once they reached that point to where the problem became difficult, they just gave up. And the reason why they gave up, because they were like, well, I guess the reason why it's hard right now is because, I'm not supposed to be able to go any further than where I am now. With the little guy, and him taking the problems home, he was never told that he couldn't do it. So his mind didn't know that this was something that couldn't be solved. So it just solved it. So sometimes, the point not to be missed here is sometimes the people around you, they place so much doubt in so much negativity in our mind. Society places so much doubt and negativity in our mind through TV shows and different things like that. Like I said, we take in 60,000 words a day on average through magazines and radio and daily conversations and, things we read on the internet and things of that nature that, a lot of that just, starts to create these, self-defeating thoughts. So we just start to think that things that other individuals can't do, well, we can't do them either. Just wanted you to think about that. How many things are there that you actually really could do that you're unable to do right now because somebody else told you you couldn't do it?